Welcome back to the MJ Physio channel again. My name is Dimuth. I work as a personal trainer for MJ Physio. In the previous video, we did a shoulder press, which is a compound pushing movement. If you have not watched the previous video, please go back in the link and make sure you watch it, a shoulder press movement. And then in this video, we're going to show you a pulling movement. So in the previous video, we did a pushing movement. So in this video, we're going to do a compound pulling movement. So this is basically another a seated row, or you can do a standing row. It's the way you do it, how comfortable you're doing it. So this is mainly working on multiple joints and multiple muscles. So when you do a seated row, so what happens? The scapular is retracting, is going backwards and going down, and also your shoulder is extending, and then your elbow is flexing. It's a really good compound pulling movement for either beginners and advanced or moderate weight lifters, or people who are working in resistant programs. There's a common mistake that a lot of people do when they do a seated row, is that when they pull, they try to keep their elbows tucked in towards their ribs. So what happens when you pull too much your elbow towards your rib cage, your scapula going upward, and actually works on your supraspinatus muscles and also your upper trap. But the whole point of doing a seated row is actually to work on your back muscles, which is your trap, your like your middle traps, your rhomboids, and also your latissimus dorsi. So for that, I always recommend clients to have a fist of a gap between your inside part of your elbow and your outside part of your rib. So when you pull it, you're actually you're targeting the right muscles at the same time. So this is a perfect example of how to do a seated row. You see that the client's elbows and shoulders are extending, and all elbows are flexing, and also his scapula kind of retracting, and it's going downside. And you see that when you're pulling the weight towards his belly button, he's breathing out, or when he's pushing, when the weight goes towards the gravity, he's breathing in. And it's a perfect example of how to do a seated row. I hope you enjoy the video of seated row, and I hope you all get a general idea of how to do a seated row, and also I got some ideas like common mistakes where like a lot of people do when they're doing a seated row. So I would recommend for this exercise, well, for all beginners, novices, and the experts, to do have at least 3 sets and 8 to 12 reps, and also have 20 to 30 seconds of each sets, and also 1 to 2 minutes of after each workout. Right. Thanks for watching the video. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below, and thank you.